What do men get?
Happiness.
You get happiness.
No, it's a lot of stress. A lot of stress.
For the women?
For the guys.
Or for the guy?
For the
To
guys.
deal with the woman?
Yeah, but
Oh,
women
okay.
get stressed out too
Based, I guess.
innately, but it's all stressful. But
It's all supposed to be
W.
about love.
But you get that too.
Yeah.
So, but there's one direction in which the protecting and the providing goes. So what's the one direction that women give to men? Not the fucking band.
Giving them children. That's the one thing that men can't do.
That is the answer, but she doesn't want to have kids. So what is the one thing?
Don't even like kids.
Yeah, what's the one thing, the one direction? Oh my, one direction, not the fucking band. The one thing that, by the way, Davon, that I'm sorry your TTS took so long. If you send in a 10, we'll treat it as a read. If you want, you don't have to, but we'll give you a sort of freebie kind of if you want to send in. What do men get one directionally?
I'm not sure.
Protect me, be my security guard, be my ATM machine, provide. What do men get? What duties do women have to men?
To be there for them.
But that goes the other
Yeah,
way too.
it does. But a girl doesn't have to do that for all men. Like, girls choose to do that.
Right.
But a guy
men
can
don't
stay
have
with
to-
a girl just because she's pretty or just because she's young.
Yeah,
A lot of
they
guys just
won't.
pay to be with women.
That's so.
I agree. So here's where I guess I agree. Men are getting ripped off. Men are not getting a fair deal. So I agree that like a woman
So
could
if
be...
a woman is doing the respect, the loving, the caring for that man, why is that not a fair trade-off when he could just pay for a girl that doesn't care about him?
I'm not really following.
You're asking for an assistant. Does she actually care?
You're
or
asking
does
for a security guard and an ATM machine.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You want a guy to protect and provide.
Yeah.
men are really good at admitting how they can sacrifice. I notice they're really good at communicating that, but women have such a hard time discussing what they can sacrifice.
What do women...
Crazy.
What do women bring to the table?
Usually what we're
Anybody?
sacrificing is our I don't know, for to some degree, like our ability to, work and make money and all that, but like you're also like raising kids. You're taking
Right.
care of your
That's
home.
a sacrifice. That's a good,
Yeah.
Right.
But
right,
but it's a valid one. It is a
Absolutely.
good one. I would gladly like not work for like a decade if like I got to stay home and take care of my home, take care of my kids, take care of my animals, take care of my man,
But women will submit to their employer, but they won't submit to their husbands.
That's
employer
what I was saying.
Won't keep you warm. at night.
Exactly. It means nothing.
I think that in, withholding the traditional values of a woman being a caretaker, both, of the house and of the family, I think that in a sense she's sacrificing her autonomy in a way that maybe you aren't as a man, because she cannot, let's say she has a passion, she wants to be a musician or whatever, or she wants to be a doctor. She's focused on those household tasks rather than pursuing that.
You can treat it as a hobby. I enjoy music. I enjoy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying she wouldn't be able to achieve her career goals if that was her priority.
So I would view that as a privilege, though, the privilege to not have to work. Men don't, unless there's rare.
I hear where you're coming
There's
from.
really rare situations where.
Some people do love what they do, though.
So men have really only two scenarios they can ever fall into. They can get into a 50-50, or they can be the primary breadwinner, but it's really rare that a man can ever go into any sort of dating situation with the expectation that the woman is going to take care of everything. I realize that it occasionally happens. I think the
You mean
women
financially?
Yeah, I think the women are typically really dissatisfied with that dynamic.
Okay.
Even boss babes are like, the fuck is this scrub?
Yeah, definitely.
But I kind of think that's a privilege to, like, if you find a guy who's willing to take care of you, that's a privilege to not have to work.
Yeah.
Working sucks.
Yeah.
that's a good man.
Working
It
sucks.
really does
I think
suck.
it's a difference in values, though, because I will say that I myself, I don't consider myself money motivated. I know plenty of other women who aren't money motivated. I know plenty of struggling artist friends who would choose that life over maybe a more soft and comfortable life, but they're not pursuing their passions. Per
Right.
se.
Well, then you get into the passion. People can have a choice. I think people can have choices, but I think as a woman, if you're going to start holding men to traditional gender expectations, traditional gender roles, I think, look, a lot of women can still get it. You can be a total degenerate modern woman and still get men who are going to pay for dates, be a protector, do all these things. I'm just saying from a bird's eye perspective, looking down at the chessboard, it seems like a pretty raw deal for men. Women continue to reap the benefits of traditional behavior in men, but they won't be traditional women.
Yeah.
Women have completely... revoked isn't the right word. Women have forsaken their traditional roles, but still demand men adhere to theirs. And I think women can still get it, but it's a really raw deal for men. I'm going to let a couple chats come through. Before I do, though, I want to try to get the people who haven't been able to say as much to. Do you want to weigh in on this convo or nothing to add? Ellie, what about you?
Not
You
at
want to weigh
all.
in? Nothing? You want to just keep death staring
Yes.
the cameras? Okay, rock and roll. We have a chat here. Davon. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. Oops.
Devon Jackson donated $100.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
I'm more than happy to pay the full amount to make these women think for once in their lives. Chair 1 is awful and Chair 4 talked about paying for chefs and maids. Men get nothing from women like this.
Who's chair 1 and chair 4?
Chair 1, you're chair
I'm chair
4.
4. What did I
So
do?
I guess here, I'll pose the question again. I'll pose the question again.
Men get
What?
nothing from women like this. Okay.
Women want men to do X, Y, Z. Women want men to be protectors and providers. That's one directional. That goes from men to women. What do women do? What duties do women have? What do women do? Uniquely to women.
We raised the kids. We have
Well,
kids.
to you, since it's
Okay.
kind of directed to you.
Could you repeat the question one more time? I didn't want
Yeah,
to
so-
take up more time speaking.
So, what duties do women have either to men or to society?
Well, in terms of gender roles, I feel like I've discussed the duties that women have. Yeah, I said theoretically, if me and my partner were in a position where we were financially free and able to get help around the house, such as a chef and maid, that would be ideal for me just because I have other interests and hobbies. But I do think those are things that women traditionally provide. So I think that's
You think, but I mean, realistically speaking, most people are not going to have the level of wealth.
yeah. So
to be able to afford that.
I think in that scenario, then the women can provide that if you adhere to a traditional relationship, which is the topic of this conversation.
I'm going to let some more chats come through. Inapproachable. I apologize for the delay on these. You sent.
Inapproachable donated $100. The only reasonable thing to do after a woman does your laundry on the first date
Sorry
is
for the
ask
delay.
her, what's your ring size?
So he's saying essentially,
Wifey
if a woman,
material.
that's wifey material.
Yeah.
You do the laundry. I don't know. You want to get the guy, maybe, do the thing.
I'll add it to my game plan.
Inapproachable. I apologize. You'll do all these things within the framework of an employer-employee
Yeah,
dynamic.
right.
And by the way, your employer will fire you when it's just, there's no
will.
loyalty. Like employers, especially major corporations, won't show you any loyalty. The moment you become whatever, they're gone. They're going to fire you. You could work for a company for, actually, you know what? I want to tell you guys something. My dad was working for this company for something like 20, 30 years. He recently retired. And I hope he's okay with me. I'm not going to share details, but, and he was working, he could have, and he was well paid. He was, I'll leave, I don't want to go into details, but he could have jumped ship. Oftentimes the best way to make more money is not to ask for a raise. It's to go to a different company. That's the way most people have big jumps in their salary and their income. He stayed with this company for 20, 30 years, something like that. And they let him go. So he was kind of planning on retiring a little bit later down the line, soon anyways, but they fired him. He was with them for 20, 30 years. No, there wasn't any, I don't know, it was like the typical HR. He got paid severance, but it was very impersonal. And he was upset by it because he's like, hey, I've been working for this company for 20, 30 years and not even a thank you for your, if you're going to fire somebody who's worked for you for 20, 30 years,
Yeah.
you should, have a little, not just like the HR lady who's been there for 6 months calls you in, who's fucking mid-20s, he's an older guy. You have, I don't know, maybe the CEO says something, whatever. So he's a little upset by that. That's what's going to happen though with your corporations. You're going to work, you're going to labor, and they'll just get rid of you. And they're going to, I'm telling you, a corporation, the boss, whatever kind of work you're going to do, it's going to ask way more of you than the husband will.
Yeah, and it's meaningless work too.
So that's where I'm confused
Yeah.
with this. I won't bow for the perfect guy, but I will clean tables and clean toilets and clean bathrooms and do all this for a company and make $20 an hour, $5 an hour. But you won't bow for the perfect guy? Okay. Just kind of, I don't know, whatever. Shit. Shit. Okay, all right. I've got more chats coming through. Thank you.